Okay, here we go with pack 3. I see a Flame Slash and Fork Bolt. There's an interesting question. 2 red sorceries that both cost the same amount of mana. One of these is a sorcery that does 4 damage to target creature. One of these is a sorcery that deals 2 divided you choose among 2 target creatures and or players. You can see the interesting trade-offs. Fork Bolt gives you the damage to the dome, which can be valuable. You can Fork Bolt for the win. Fork Bolt can 2 for 1. Flame Slash, on the other hand, can give you a nice big fatty. Nice Drana Flame Slash. That's always painful. The rest of this is not worth considering over these. These are both top quality. I have to go with Flame Slash here. Especially since I'm in white. The best use of a Fork Bolt is a Dawnglare Invoker. I'm better off with something that can kill more guys. Wow. Artisan of Kozilek is tempting here. As is the Dawnglare Invoker. I do have 2 Hatchers. On the other hand, that's not really enough tokens. I could take a Frostwind Invoker here. I could take an Induced Despair, but I'm probably not going to do that. There's a Beastbreaker. Could still slide into green. It is pack 3, though. I'm just probably not going to do that. I could ditch all my red. No, that's not going to happen. So, it's the Artisan of Kozilek or the Dawnglare Invoker. I think the Dawnglare Invoker is overall just going to make my deck better. That's a tough choice, but I'm going to hope that nobody else can play that. Maybe pick up a guard duty. I'll take the Artisan last second. Okay. Well, it's Time of Heroes, which could be really good, or a Drake Umbra. Oh, man. I have no fixing at all. I think I'd be better off staying in just white, red. In which point the Kabira Vindicator is definitely my best choice here. Kabira Vindicator times 2 is always good because they pump each other. This makes Tuk Tuk threatening. It makes Tuk Tuk the Returned especially threatening. I'm going to go with another Kabira Vindicator there. Well, here's a Dawnglare Invoker. I could take the Evolving Wilds to help me play blue, but I think I'm better off just having my deck more consistent and bust out a Dawnglare Invoker. At this point, I think I'm fairly pleased with having taken the Artisan over the other Dawnglare Invoker. I think I'm gonna get that far. Well, the Soulbound Guardians is probably good. It does cost another 5-drop. I could have my curve, as you can see, is somewhat awkward. My Student of Warfare helps, my Caravan Escort helps a little bit. He's sort of also a 2-drop and also potentially a 4-drop. But this is just another 5-drop. You definitely have to start considering your curve. You want it to be as smooth as possible in general, and you want to have a good mix of spells in the 2, 3, and 4 spots, otherwise you're going to let some games get away from you. McKinley Griffin. That seems like a really good card for me to snag right here. It provides me another needed 4-drop, and I can block up enemy flyers, get in there a little bit, help stall the board for my Artisan, and maybe, devastating summons, Student of Warfare. I have a few win conditions here, and this guy helps me get that far. That's why he's good. This is a good all-around package because he can be offensive, he can be defensive. He's in the same color as Smite, and he can block everything. Okay, I could take a Hyena Umbra for like a Student of Warfare or a Caravan Escort. It's not great on Caravan Escort because he gets first strike anyway, but it's really nice on a Dawnglare Invoker. I like it on a McKinley Griffin. I only have 21 playables. It's either that or basically hate a Frostwind Invoker, maybe still splash blue, but That makes my deck a little more annoying. I could also take Eland Umbra, but Hyena Umbra is so much more castable. It's really important to be able to play that on the same turn as you play something else. Well, I have a lot of 1-drops. This is definitely one of those few situations in which taking the Ikaral Outrider over the Caravan Escort is the right play, I think. Because this, if you look at my curve, I've got a big shallow well here at the 2-drop, which this will fill in. And then I also have a little shallow one at the 4-drop, which this nicely fills in as well. And sometimes this guy can be a 6-drop, so I like the way that touches my curve a little bit better. Okay, at this point I don't think I'm playing a second Hyena Umbra, especially given that I have 2 Totem Guide Hartebeests. I mean, that might be a reason to play one. What would I cut, though? Survival Cache, a Soul's Attendant. I could cut a Devastating Summons. I feel like Devastating Summons is going to be fairly decent in this deck. I think I'm just going to hate the Champion's Drake instead. I feel like blue is pretty open, though. Maybe being blue here would have been a little more powerful than being white or red. I think blue over red would probably be a good choice. Sometimes you can get distracted by Flame Slash. It just looks so shiny. Soul's Attendant number 3, thank you very much. And Harmless Assault's playable. And look, I even picked up a... Ooh, I'll take the Eland Umbra. I might play that. There we go.